Balloons TD6. One of, if not the most iconic tower defense games out there. Obviously, right after Balloons TD5. Now, in Balloons TD6, there are maps, and lots of them, ranging from difficulties from beginner all the way up to expert. And now we have the community uh, maps, but today we won't be counting those. Now, as you might have also seen, I have one or two blackouts here. So in total, I have three blackouts under my belt. Now, what that means is what a blackout means is if you get every single medal on every single difficulty. Now, if you don't know what these difficulties are, I will walk you through them. Now, on easy, we have the standard mode, the primary only, and deflation. Then on medium, we have standard, reverse, military only, and apocalypse. And finally, on hard, which I haven't quite beaten yet, for at least Monkey Meadows, is standard, magic only, double, HP Moabs, half cash, alternate, balloon modes, impoppable, and chimps mode. Now, you might be wondering, and you would think I would know, right? What is the hardest mode to beat on all of these? Now, you might also notice that all of my blackouts are on maps with water, and that is mostly because my strategy on these games mainly revolves around Monkey Buccaneers. Because, well, obviously, Monkey Buccaneer is the most OP monkey in the game. Um, and my 5 million XP really shows how much I do truly love the Monkey Buccaneer. Now, once again, you might be asking, well, Eric, what is the hardest mode out of all of these? Now, standard is fairly easy. I've beaten it many different times just mainly so I could just play on free play. You know, you can beat standard mode with just two monkeys. That's easy. Primary only does get a little bit more difficult, with only obviously having primary monkeys here. Oh, wait, you know what? I can just do this. Hold on. Obviously, with the dart monkey being the only one to have the ability to see camos out of all these guys. So obviously you can see where the hardness of possibly reaching round 40 does come in. But it's still not that difficult. Now deflation is even easier. The game gives you a maximum of, you start at round 31 with 20,200 cash, but can't earn any more. Now this is relatively easier because really all you have to do is pick a right monkey and really then hope for the best. And yes, you cannot earn any more. So, if it can't be any of the ones in easy, what about medium? Now we have standard once again, which is once again very easy, along with reverse. It's just the same map, just the balloons are going in the other direction. That's fairly easy. What about military only? Well, you have the sniper monkey to back you up on this one. The sniper monkey being that you can very easily get this guy to see camos very quickly and cheaply, and then just get an elite defender, and he's just going to carry you all the way until round 60 practically. And yes, you could realistically get a helipod, but helipilot, but it's really not gonna help you much. I mean, it might just for Moab shove, but realistically, it's not going to help you. Now, Apocalypse is a great contender. Apocalypse starting right as you get to this screen. Every increasing balloon wins. No breaks at the end of each round. How far can you get? Note, save games will start as soon as you select play. So once you select play, you can see balloons will already start coming in. Now that is pretty bad. Apocalypse might be one of the worst ones. In my opinion, Apocalypse has to be one of the hardest ones. But maybe it might be beaten. Obviously, we have the last contender hard here with with standard not being that bad. You just have to make it to round 80, which still isn't that bad if you play a lot of free play like I do, which is a way to strategize, obviously. Just with the monkeys having a cheaper price tag, which still isn't that hard. Now, magic only is, although difficult, it's not that difficult, considering you do have the wizard monkey and you can get Prince of Darkness fairly quickly and cheaply with the ninja monkey to back it up. And then you can just get an elk with his bottom path, and then you are essentially set for the whole game. I mean, sure, you might want to throw in something else in there just for safety, but realistically, you won't need it. Now, double HP Moabs can be difficult, especially on round 40 with those higher monkey price tags and those higher upgrade price tags. Now, double HP Moabs I do hate, I don't think is that hard. Now, half cash, I would say, is probably one of the easiest modes, really, other than standard, but I don't think we should count standard. I think half cash has probably got to be one of the easiest modes in the entire game. Being, you only have half cash, you can't really get most of the monkeys right off the bat. Like you can't get a ninja monkey. But if you have a good strategy, you can very easily, or you have the monkey knowledge to get a free dart monkey right off the bat, you'll have enough money to get enhanced eyesight so you can get those early set camos. So if it's not half cash, then what is it? Well, obviously, we still have this alternate balloon rounds. Now, alternate balloon rounds is a very good contender, with them being almost entirely random and unpredictable. But I don't think so. Alternate balloon rounds, although hard and having really early camos, does give you a little bit extra money to start out with the same amount of money as standard, so it doesn't give you the half cash. Now, Poppable is a very good contender, almost as the same as Apocalypse, although Impoppable doesn't stop, or although Unpoppable does stop every round, so it does give you a little bit of leeway, and you know you have a little bit of breathing room. Now, finally, what is considered to be one of the hardest modes in the entire game, Chimps mode. Now, Chimps mode is very hard. And yes, I am not saying Chimps mode isn't hard. Chimps mode has to be one of the hardest modes out of the entire game, which I would consider it to be the hardest mode in the entire game, but who wouldn't? Chimps mode has to be the hardest. You don't have, you cannot have cash. You do not have hearts. You do not have monkey knowledge, and you do not have power ups. So let me go into let's see here, right? I can't always remember what chimps mode stands for. What does chimps stand for in btd6? So chimps mode means no continues. So if you die, that's it. You have to restart. You cannot pay to restart. Hearts And you can have no hearts lost, so you only have one heart. You have no income. You have no monkey knowledge. You do not have any powers, and you cannot sell monkeys. So, obviously, yeah, Chimps mode has to be the hardest. But the thing is, Chimps mode isn't that bad. Chimps mode isn't that bad. That's the thing, right? Now, arguably, yes, Chimps mode is the hardest mode out there. And I would probably agree with you. Yeah, Chimps mode is fucking difficult. But, in my opinion, Apocalypse has to be one of, if not the most hard modes in the entire game. Now, yes, although Apocalypse isn't that bad, it sucks, and I hate it. I have gone on to say with my friends who also play this game, I have always said that I hate Apocalypse. And I know I'm not the only one. I believe that Apocalypse is arguably the hardest mode in the entire game. Now, yes, I do think Chimps mode is harder than Apocalypse, but I feel like we should just exclude Chimps from the equation entirely because Chimps mode is just cheating. Because obviously, yeah, Chimps mode is the hardest mode in the entire game. But if we exclude Chimps mode, Impossible not being that bad, you just have to get a certain strategy down, especially for later rounds with the DTDs. It's not bad. That's the thing. Impossible isn't bad. It's not. It's just you gotta do it, to get to Chimps mode. But arguably, Apocalypse hardest is the hardest. Apocalypse is the hardest one, in my opinion. But you can also disagree with me. That is what the comments are for. Which brings my argument to a close. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon, all in the description below. Patreon is $1 a month. I do extra videos. And also, don't forget to check out the Lonely Boys podcast, which is also linked in the description below. And once again, if you disagreed with my pick of Apocalypse, excluding Chimps mode being the hardest mode in the game, let me know in the comments. But that's it. Peace.